get into this week's episode of the Organic Mindset Podcast, I wanted to take a quick second to make a huge announcement. My very own self-published adult coloring book is now available for purchase on Amazon.com. I feel like it's easier that way. Like lying to yourself first. I feel like that's natural. Like, no, for real.
It happens. It happens.
And I mean, shit. It might not be a subject shit we had planned, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like mental health, like, you know what I'm saying, is really like another thing. Like, shit, it is mental health month, so I might well throw it in there. But like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, with certain situations, like a lot of people don't really get. Like, people might be like, okay, like, well, this person did this or this person did that. They probably shouldn't have did that or this, you know what I'm saying, this in the Bible or whatever. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like, people really go through stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see shit, y'all my brothers. But, like, I also understand, too, that, you know what I'm saying, there's some things that y'all might not, you know what I'm saying, like, we don't share to each other. And it's understandable because, you know what I'm saying, like, our friendship, we know what our friendship is based on. And it's like, okay, like, shit, you know what I'm saying, I don't want this person to worry about this person, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But, I mean, I ain't never dealt with nothing that was just, like, straight to the point of, like, you know what I'm saying, to that, you know what I'm saying, to that leisure. But it's like, and I don't really, you know what I'm saying, obviously this shit, none of us really, you know, had, but it's like something like people really go through stuff, bro. Like, and I feel like after college situation, like, that's a lot, you know what I'm saying, that's a lot to go through for a person. I just feel like, shit, we, you know what I'm saying, we fought through, we got through it, but I mean, I feel like obviously at a point, like, it was like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's a, how can I put it? It's a situation that you have to go through, you know what I'm saying, that, like, mentally, and it could either break you down and build you up, or it could just bring you down and you just stay down.
Right. I'm pretty sure I can remember, like, it been times where I would, like, you know, kind of go ghost in a way, and I hit y'all up to the group, like, hey, man, you know,
yeah,
they're going through something, and, you know, I hit y'all up when, you know, when I want to talk about it. So I feel like, you know, speaking of mental health, if you're going through something and you need a break from social media or from just, you know, contact with people you talk to every day, you know, don't be too prideful to send that message like, hey,
facts.
Ain't nothing against y'all hit me up, y'all, whatever, I answer the phone, but send that clap. If you fuck with somebody tough enough, you should send a message, be like, hey, I'm going through this.
I feel like that too.
And then just hit your number. You know, when I want to talk, when I'm straight. So that's big, you know. Like I said, I had to learn that, because I would just go ghost on, you know, people and motherfucker calling my phone.
Facts.
I'm looking at my phone like, I really don't feel like talking. I'm just gonna, you know, hopefully they'll text in another 2 days, something I can text back. I really don't want to talk right now. So I had to learn to communicate that, you know, I'm going through something, you know, put that pride to the side, say, hey, you know, I'm going through something, bro. I hit you when, you know, when I'm straight.
Yeah.
So
I feel like, you know, just like on the episode me and you was on, I feel like we had some good points on that too, though. Just talking about, you know what I'm saying, like, and of course, you know what I'm saying, this kind of come with like time and getting closer, you know what I'm saying, like with everybody, like I say, you know, so I can use us, you know, us three for example, just kind of like knowing, you know what I'm saying, like what we got going in life and stuff like that. Sometimes you do get busy, you know, and like I said, you said this, so this really just, like I said, repeating it, but you was like, you know, sometimes you do get busy in life and stuff like that, so when you get busy, like, you know what I'm saying, and it's just like regular work, this ain't like going through nothing mental, but you get busy and you just like really realize, like, you just get mad, he said, yeah. What you mean? So I say,
I'm with you.
yeah. But y'all, first y'all. But yeah, though. But yeah, though. Just like you were saying, you know what I'm saying, like sometimes you just understand your people and you just know they busy. Like honestly, like you say, I mean, y'all know, you know what I'm saying, like kind of what it comes to, and I'm talking about like not even outside of work type stuff or whatever, just kind of like when it comes to regular work, y'all almost, you know what I'm saying, like somewhat can know my schedule. Right. And like whenever we'll talk, you know what I'm saying, probably like sometime during the week or whatever. And I'll be like, okay, well, I know, you know, Joe work such and such, so I ain't gonna call him during this time. I might shoot him a text, you know what I'm saying? I will like talk, because majority of the time, like, it don't go a day where we ain't got to text or we ain't got to call each other. We're gonna send something on IG. We're gonna send something on IG.
Something like
good
that.
For that.
Right.
But
something sure do that.
Something else you had said too,
And you know, we was talking about from the aspect of like, you know what I'm saying, like older individuals. But this could even go for young individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like always being under that perception of being like, okay, I gotta call somebody, I gotta be on the phone for a long time. Mm-hmm. It's never like that. Like literally all of us done had, you know what I'm saying, like quick little calls, be like, hey bro, I just wanna call you real quick and just run this with you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, so I was just calling you the jokes.
Yeah, I was saying, I know you were I'm like, what you doing? Were you busy? Nah, man, I ain't want to. I just calling the jokes.
Hey, boy, I quit you that for real.
Like, and sometimes I be really like, sometimes when you do that shit, I be like, man, this nigga really, you know, just call to talk. And I be like appreciating that shit though, for real though.
So, like, I, you know, even had to get that smoke out of there. I realized I was sounding a little funny. But yeah, though, sometimes, you know, even being younger, you know, we had them times where we'd be like, man, like, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, like run it with them real quick or whatever, regardless, you know what I'm saying, just check on them or whatever, because like I said, my cousin, I did that with him the other day. I'm like, hey bro, I was like, you know, so I just called to check on you real quick, didn't want nothing at all, you know what I'm saying, literally just called to check on you, make sure you're straight, you know what I'm saying, quick 2-3 minute call. I'm like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying, heard from him.
You know, it's funny, I did that not too long ago. I hit up like a lot of my frat brothers and line brothers and just like, hey man, I'm just calling, you know, just text on. Hey man, I'm just texting you to, you know, check on you, whatever, you know, I ain't talk to you, whatever, you know, case may be. And then that turned to, yeah man, we need to hang out soon. Sure do need to hang out soon. But I just called to check on you, nigga, I ain't trying to hang out with you. So yeah, you know, but it's just, you know, it
don't be nothing against them, you know.
Nah, it just be, just anybody, like you said, it's not just my line brothers, just anybody, you know. It feel like, you know, if y'all haven't spoke to a long time, it kind of like a formality to be like, yeah, man, we need to hang out, whatever. Even though you knowing
it's probably
not gonna happen because we ain't even talk like that. But you know, it's just one of them things. I feel like people just they be appreciative of the situation, but they kind of just not used to it, so they hit you with that. They feel like they got to hit you with that.
Yeah, it's like they got to do that part.
Nah,
it's like, it's like, no.
I can hang out with everybody.
Facts. It's
got
like,
life in the day.
Like, shit, I feel like, shit, no matter, like, how much, you know what I'm saying, like, we do, like, if we be like, you know what I'm saying, like, shit, you might call and be like, oh, shit, I was just, you know what I'm saying, see what you was doing. Or,
right.
Shit, Justin might call and be like, shit, nigga was supposed to call you this, that, and the third, but shit, I'm calling you now, this, that, and the third. And I feel like I do that a lot with you, because I be like, I talk to Justin, I be like, son, like, what that nigga Joe doing? And he'd be like, shit, you know, Joe, you like, son, that nigga Joe straight. He be like, shit, such and such. I be like, shit, I don't know that nigga's schedule. I be like, shit, I be wanting to call that nigga, but shit, I don't get out till goddamn 10 o'clock.
Right.
So I be like, shit, I just call him, you know what I'm saying, when I get on lunch break. Shit, but I just feel like that's really what, you know what I'm saying, it take, like, you know what I'm saying, you just really gotta, you know what I'm saying, just hit your niggas up. And see how a nigga doing. Like I said, shit, you don't never know, because this shit be the goofiest, funniest nigga that you be like, man, that nigga funny as fuck, but nigga be going through the worst shit.
And like I said, you know, that's crazy. I was and I told you, I think I told both of y'all, but I was just saying, you know, like, just kind of, I ain't gonna even really say the transition and then I had my sister had texted me, you know, she was just like, you know, how everything been, blah blah blah, and I had kind of like, I ain't even do no vision board. I actually did go buy a big, like, you know what I'm saying, like a big whiteboard the other day, but I had like a little small one. I think it was probably like a.
I ain't seen no vision board in a while. I mean, it was trending in board. Everybody had a vision board.
And I feel like mine was gonna be different. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, like, and not to be like, I ain't wanna, you know what I'm saying, be like in this, fit in this stereotype, whatever, because I, you know what I'm saying, like, really support vision boards or whatever. But my personal stuff, you know what I'm saying, I'm good with words. I ain't gotta see no pictures or nothing like that. Like, literally, if I could just write down, like, okay, even what's going on, you know what I'm saying, like, in my, you know what I'm saying, like, day or whatever, like, kind of like with the smaller board I had, I just had pretty much wrote on that mug, pretty much like 5 different things. I was like, you know what I'm saying, like, things that I felt like was important to me, because I mean, obviously I tell y'all boys like all the time, or even, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you'll call me and it'll be like super late. Sometimes I won't answer, but you know what I'm saying, sometimes I will. It'll just be like, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of like, the first thing I had on that mug was, you know what I'm saying, like, you really kind of got to envision yourself pretty much being in a space, like, mentally before you know, there physically. That was kind of like one of the big things, you know, I kind of stand on, because I feel like a lot of times we think about stuff, but kind of get almost caught up in the journey, like, not really, almost, like, honest, I guess you'd say, just in short, it's like not really believing in yourself. Like, granted, I know I want this, but I don't know how I want to get it. So it's like you kind of gotta, you know what I'm saying, see yourself there first, and then once you see yourself there, I feel like the path is pretty much, you know, clear cut. Yeah. So I had said that, and I was just like, you know what I'm saying, like, make sure I pretty much, you know, just get more sleep, because, you know, like I say, you know, it's be like plenty of nights where I just get like 4-5 hours of sleep. Not saying that don't be sufficient or whatever, because I feel like, you know, kind of like my body has, I ain't gonna say become accustomed, but I don't know, my stuff just throw it out bad. Like I could sleep good during the day, like literally. I don't even have to be tired, but it was like, you know, I don't know if it got something to do with like light being outside, and I don't really like to, you know, just mess with like melatonin no more, just because I like just seen what thought about, you know, just long term like effects it can have on your body, just kind of like messing with, you know, everything. So I kind of try to chill on that. I was on that in college or whatever because I felt like it was, you know, I'll take me a couple of, you know, melatonin gummies and stuff. I'll be like, you know, so I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep this.
I ain't gonna lie, niggas had a melatonin gummy the other day. That been good. Them bitches be good.
They do.
They be like some candy. Like,
I don't know, bro. Like I had it. I recently said I got slowed down on that bitch. Like shit. At first it was like what 2? Yeah, like 2 you take. But see, like I recently started taking like 1 because like and even then like I felt like it was too much. Yeah. Cause like if I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you go to bed late or you struggling to go to bed, but decide to take that bit late. That bitch talking about no, you know what I'm saying? Like you won't be tired when you wake up, but then when you wake up, you still be tired, and that bitch still, you know what I'm saying, be dragging you. So then you be like, man, they gotta get a goddamn energy drink or something, and then you wind up having to take one. Like see me, like when I be at work, like I started drinking them Alani News. They pretty new, but you know what I'm saying, like no sugar and stuff like that. Like I started drinking them.
So what they call
Alani News.
I never heard them. I really be on like them Reigns more than anything.
No, I started drinking Alani News, and it's another one that Dustin Poirier over here, UFC fighter, he be on.
I know
he be drinking them.
Haven't drunk his stuff.
Yeah, no, it's like no matter of fact they call it Celsius. It's those and I drink Alani News and Celsius, but it's like they're really good for real, and it's like it's not too much. It's not gonna give you like a jumping feel when, you know what I'm saying, when you drink it, but you know what I'm saying, and it's no sugar, so you ain't really just gotta worry about being like,
man, I don't like. And speaking of that jumpy feel, I don't feel like people really experience that until you like experienced it. Because for the longest time, I always feel like I was like, man, you know, maybe I had jitters. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's pretty much what they call it. I'm like, maybe I had jitters. Man, I forgot what drink it was. It wasn't it wasn't nothing that was common. It was like it wasn't no Red Bull. It could have possibly been a Monster. No, it was one of them. And usually this be kind of my go-to drink, but I don't drink them all the time though. Them extra strength 5-hour energies.
Yeah, you put me on them, but sound.
They be pretty good. Like I ain't gonna lie, if you got, you know what I'm saying, like if you have a late night or whatever, you got like a long drive or a trip the next day, that 5-hour energy gonna hold you through. But as far as like jitters and stuff, like a lot of pre-workout stuff kind of gave me like jitters and stuff bad.
That C4, that one right there, had your ass
with the silver top.
Man, I took that, not consistently, but when I did take it, bro, you be in the gym doing all kind of fucking workouts. You
get active, but I feel like coming down, to me it wasn't a good feeling. Like I just felt like almost like a crash.
I don't drink energy drink. I have probably in my life can honestly I did probably drunk 2 5-hour energy just for a trip, like say drive somewhere, cause I can drive a lot. But as far as like melatonins, energy drinks, all that stuff, I never really, even medicine, just headache medicine, ibuprofen, I really just never took that stuff because I just don't feel like
it's necessary.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna happen.
It's gonna go away
regardless. But like I said, at this point though, I feel like because I did transition from day shift to night shift, it's kind of hard for me to stay asleep. Like I get off at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I would go to sleep, and I get up at 11, and I'd be up all the way until 11 o'clock in the night again, just to go to work again. So I feel like I needed to sleep because of my line of work. You know, you gotta be alert, you gotta have your rest, whatever case may be.
Especially with your line of work, for real.
So I just started taking melatonin, you know, just twice in the last, month.
Them Alani News, I would most definitely, you know what I'm saying, like you get them from, I most definitely recommend them for real. They got like buku flavors, they got like a mimosa flavor. They you get them at Target. Target probably like the best spot to get them.
I'm just more so like I'm big on like I want to be a natural tire.
No, but it don't mess with that though, cause I'm the exact same way. Cause like when I get off of work and I go home, I still want to be tired. I don't want to be like up and then be like, you know what I'm saying, like what's next, or you know what I'm saying,
right.
Like, yeah, man, like
reloaded.
Like face, like okay, I reloaded, like you know what I'm saying, like no, not like that. So it'd be like nah, like it's still like you still get your same time, but it give you know what I'm saying, enough energy. Not to, of course, like I say, feel jittery, but it don't give you enough energy to be like, okay, like hey, like I'm up, like nah, you gonna be up, but it's not gonna be like I'm tired of. And it got like, you know what I'm saying, like buku flavors, like it's a really good energy drink. Like I said, that and that Celsius, Real good.
Gotcha. Feel that? It come out. It remind me like how they say like how niggas cheat or whatever, and
don't expect they gotta cheat.
No, it's just different. Like, no, I'm gonna say that. They're saying how niggas
from the sexuality standpoint, as far as like a man when it comes to something like an easy example, I guess would be like bodies.
About to say that.
No, not just I was saying like if a man cheat and a female find out, she not gonna ask you what happened in details. But if a female cheat, niggas gonna be like
hurt.
Okay, you're gonna be hurt more. They be like, what did you do?
Niggas supposed to be hurt more.
What did you do? Did you suck his dick? Did you hit it from? They gonna want to know. We're gonna want to know details because
at that point I don't even want to know details.
But you gonna want to know. You gonna be thinking about it.
I'm gonna think about it, but really and truly, I'm not gonna really want to know.
You gonna ask them. You gonna focus.
I might ask if she sucked this dick.
You gonna want to know some though.
Yeah,
but it's different though.
Like you get in nigga here, you top that nigga off.
Exactly, but it's different because you gotta kiss her at the end of the day. You gotta be thinking about.
What you gotta think about it. She really.
I don't be trying to think that deep.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to think. That's why I don't think. But that's why I don't think that at all. Because at the end of the day, we didn't all been. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I feel like if I don't fuck with somebody and they tell me it's for, and I something simple like they go on a date with another nigga, I'm like, what the fuck y'all went? What y'all eat? What happened? He walk into the door. I'm be asking, in detail, trying to get a picture of what happened.
You took him to our spot.
Yeah, like you what y'all did? He paid for? No, I'm gonna be asking them type of questions. I feel like just between a man and woman, I feel like men just, we just ultimate territory, and it's in the same time we hurt more when that situation is, presented to us.
Nah, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? Because like I see shit, I don't feel like. I feel like you could play around as a man. Like I say, for me, like you know what I'm saying. Like I done got cheated on and shit when I was in high school. So it's like I feel like I done did my own little did it, but I never like physically cheated. So when that shit happened to me, like nigga was touched. I was like, all right, but you know what I'm saying. Like that shit teed me up. So the shit, I think of.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that definitely. Made a lot of people, how they are. Just like to, just all the stuff you go through, it makes you, who you are today. So.
But what about them situations though? Do you feel like? I guess the easy way of saying is, what I'm saying. What's y'all views on female or male pretty much bringing like old situations into a new situation? Like if you just start talking to somebody and they be like, I'm hurt because, such and such, I got my guard up because of such and such, they did me this.
That to me that's childish. I feel like, off of the strength of you can't bring an old situation into a new situation. One. Yeah. Two, like that same person that you dealt with is not that same person. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it as because like we might talk to somebody new and they might say the same thing. You be like, I'm not that nigga. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like that would be the same, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give everybody their chance. Like you can't just close in and you know what I'm saying, expect to find love again or expect, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, get that same spark. You're not gonna get that same spark because you over there talking about what she did to you. Shit, that's the case, you might as well go back to her. Right. For real.
That's the truth. And just to piggyback off what you said, man, I feel like if you trying to start something new, even if you thinking in your head like about old situations,
it's not a good way to.
It ain't necessarily a bad way either, because I feel like you gotta have, if you don't want that type of relationship again, you gotta have that in the back of your head. Yeah. But I feel like also don't sit here and tell me every chance you get what he did to you, because what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put up this persona. I'm not even a while. I'm gonna put up this. If it's not me, I'm gonna put up this persona to not do no things, and I'm gonna not be me in a sense. I'm gonna be what you want me to be and not be me. Yeah. If that makes sense. Nah, for real. So you basically give me like an open book test. I'm just gonna not do it. I'm just gonna do the opposite of what you said he did, and I'm not. Yeah. So it's like, if you want me to be me, be real with you, keep it back in your head, and whatever analyze the situation is as it goes on, but don't like sit here and just tell me every chance you get. I can't. I don't like what you're doing because my ex did this. Or don't do this because my ex did this and this, so I'm just not gonna do it, and I'm just
it's a finesse because you telling me what you don't like,
exactly,
and you telling me what you don't want. I'm gonna do all those things.
And I feel like it's how a lot of
I'm gonna do all the right things. And
a lot of,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I feel like that's how the talk of the dating thing is these days. Like, you just being what somebody wants you to be and not being yourself.
I saw Jada Waiter post, since we kind of like close to that subject. I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. I saw Jada Waiter. She was like,
Who?
Jada Waiter, the baby, baby mama. She was like, basically saying like men didn't cherish women like how they used to in like the 80s and the 90s type stuff.
Man.
And it's just like, in fact, and I'm like, I feel like women is just like, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely the same way. Like, they don't, you know what I'm saying, like cherish men like shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like we done seen our parents, you know what I'm saying, like women, you know, like mamas, you know what I'm saying, like cook food and make sure, you know what I'm saying, like this done. Like I said, I feel like it's the same way, but there's so much on this goddamn city girl shit to where they feel like, oh, like I gotta do this, or they gotta have this much money for me to do this and this, that, and that. I'm like, something like everybody not at the same caliber. Like sometimes you gotta build up to that shit.
Everybody to the point where like I seen something like, you know, it's accepted for a man to be established, have everything be set in life, and he pick up a woman. Yeah, he pick up a broke woman, bring her up, but it's vice versa. A woman established a CEO.
She can't bring a nigga up.
She can't bring a broke nigga up. So to me, that right there really just was.
But I feel like some women get it.
It might be weird to say this, but I feel like men, I don't know if y'all opinion, but I feel like men are opportunists. We go off impulse. So I feel like with that being said, like if you got a woman that's making more money than you and the breadwinner in the family,
you feel like you
probably
be more
gonna,
lax?
huh?
You feel like you be more lax?
Nah. Well, in a sense, yeah, and I feel like
I'm just thinking about it from the opportunity standpoint, like, you know.
And I feel like if you don't have that mentality, that drive to get on her level or get, you know, try to, you know, get on that type of level, you know,
yeah,
you gon' temptation
you gonna fuck it up.
You gonna fuck it up. Temptation gonna fuck
It'd be a clout thing.
And you gonna fuck with somebody who don't.
It'd be a clout thing because they got hoes that'll look at you. You could be happy in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got money in this situation, and they'll look at you and be like, yeah, man, I wanna fuck with that nigga. And you know what I'm saying? Or I wanna do this. And then you fall into temptation and be like, man, y'all wanna fuck with that, but it be kind of bad though. And then, you know what I'm saying, you go get into that shit and you lose all the, you know what I'm saying, all what you got in this shit, that big gone.
You literally left with nothing.
Facts. Shit. Literally.
I feel like it's really, you know, men and women out here that sole purpose is look for somebody in a relationship. Like, cause they know you seeing what, homework, you seeing what you can possibly be getting, per se. You seeing them on vacation, you seeing them, you know, he getting a gift, so she getting gifts, you seeing that, so you like, oh, I want that. So you, let me just get in the door. So as soon as he fuck up or she fuck up.
Boy, I done goddamn seen shit. People goddamn take family pictures for Christmas and shit.
Be with somebody else.
Come Valentine's Day, a totally different person.
Yeah. And now, like I said, that was one of the conversations I always just have, like, and probably every other week about this posting your significant other on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Because you, at the end of the day, nobody want to be looking like no fool.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be.
You want a little post here and there.
Yeah, you want a little 24 hour. Like I said, I was telling somebody last night. They said I want to be posted, you know, for graduations, you know, for compliments, basically, birthdays, stuff like that. And I said, okay, then you want to be posted on my actual page.
Yeah.
But how long a birthday lasts? 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long an Instagram story lasts?
24 hours.
So why you gotta be posting on the page if it's my page? Why can't it be?
I ain't gonna care. I don't want no 24 hour. But you gonna post me on that page.
But I'm saying, if we go on a vacation to where we take a picture in front of a scenery or something, or we have a wedding pictures, vacation pictures.
Wedding pictures is permanent.
Wedding pictures for sure go on the page.
Facts.
Vacation pictures for sure go on the page.
Facts.
We got a kid. Family picture for sure go on the page. Those are things that for sure go on the page. But as far as like everything, like birthday, you have birthday every year. We averaging 60 something years.
They go in 24 hours.
Exactly. We averaging.
Yeah,
we gonna be. If I'm with you and let's say we get 30 years, that's 30 times I'm posting you. Why not limit it to the story? Like some stuff you can limit to the story, but then it just comes down to just a talking, like accommodation type thing. But you know, that's just the conversation that we had and
it depends on the individual that you deal with, like, you know what I'm saying. It depends on the woman you deal with, you know what I'm saying, or how she feel, you know what I'm saying, like, because some women might not want to be posted at all.
I think deep down inside, most
they all want to be posted. Yeah, that's facts. But I'm saying like what they say, and you know what I'm saying, because what they say is That's how I go for me.
Yeah, and I feel like men don't really too much care about it. I mean, yeah, you want another man to know, like I said, with territory, so you want another man to know that's yours. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I feel like me personally, I just don't want to be necessarily posted like constantly, especially if I have like, you know, like I guess trust issues or whatever. As far as like you posting me, but you out doing something else, like.
I feel like it depends on the extremity. Like it depends on how you deal with the female for sure, because that's gonna affect everything. That's gonna depend on how much you want her to post you, and likewise, because you know what I'm saying.
But I was saying that too. I feel like it's a whole conversation I gotta have too. Like it's a whole like a damn near a contract I gotta have. Like you post, if I post you, you gotta post me. Cause a lot of people don't want to be post. Like if you post me this week and I don't post you at all, it's gonna look bad to society or to Instagram.
That's what throw me off.
That's why. That's what I'm saying. That's when the local.
That's a whole nother people come in because like her friends will come in.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? Like like you posting him, he's clowning you.
What they do? Bring problems to the relationship that don't gotta do.
That don't be there.
9 times out of 10, them be people that don't be in no relationship, don't have nothing going on.
So what do you
like
do?
She last night when we was watching whatchamacallit.
So what do you do to avoid problems? You just don't fucking do it at all.
Oh, I was about to say she just comes to understanding with your, you know what I'm saying, significant other.
You come to understanding, but it's still gonna be. Not say a problem, but it's still gonna be like a unnecessary conversation, unnecessary like just a whole bunch of unnecessariness that don't gotta be there. If that's my page that I had before you and I'm gonna have potentially after you, you got your page, same thing. If we want, like I said, if you wanna do posting each other, let's create a page together.
Right.
That right there is just a simple solution.
At a point.
And then if we potentially break up, page gone. You ain't gotta go through my stuff. But
I ain't gotta go and start deleting shit.
On another note though, like my thing is like people watching you. You might not know it, but people really analyze your page. So let's say we post each other on each other's page, but we have an argument to where this might not, this might be in, we might be in, and she go or you go and delete y'all piss off the page. All they doing is send a message to anybody who wants you, anybody who wants you, they shot at your girl, whatever. Oh, they broke up.
It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like I just rather avoid it and not give nobody to like the satisfaction of knowing when we say you don't post your failures. So you doing that, it's like, you go delete the picture, it's like, okay, it's a failure, like,
Yeah, and that's a good point, like I say, but I still feel like overall it kind of come down to, you know what I'm saying, like y'all personal views. Because I feel like for me, I would say that's somewhat like I ain't gonna say like a highly important conversation, like, you know what I'm saying, it could be like a casual conversation. But I still feel like if that's something that's important to her, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's definitely something that kind of need to be had. Because, I mean, if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want to post me or whatever, I mean, I feel like you got to analyze, well, I ain't going to say analyze, you got to look at how a person was before the fact. Like me, I don't really post on social media like that. So it's like, if I don't post you, you could probably take it as offense, you know what I'm saying? I could choose to what I want to do, whether I want to just start posting you or whatever. But if you know I don't post before, you almost expecting something of me that wasn't there before you came here,
True.
So that's how I look at that.
That's true. I mean, like I said, it's definitely a give and take thing, but it's neither here nor there. I feel like ultimately I do want to be posting. I do want to post somebody on my page.
Thanks.
But at the same time, like I feel like when I put that ring on that finger, or I put a ring on my finger, that's like guaranteed. Like you mine.
You locked in.
We locked in.
That's when the post really come out though. I feel like these days that's really what it is. Like,
we locked in with each other.
Get a ring.
Oh, we got a baby.
Oh, y'all come first. I see. All y'all got a baby. Whichever one comes first. That's really when y'all locked in.
Yeah, like, but that little, just again, I guess it could depend on like the time y'all been. If y'all been in a relationship with each other for years, I can see it too. Like if y'all been locked in each other for 4, 5, or plus years, I can kind of be on the tip of swaying to where like we should be posted because we've been having each other a long time.
Yeah.
Because some people get married 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no time.
No time on it, but it depends on the person. It just always depends on the person and what they believe in. Like I said, relationships are, you gotta, accommodate to the other person. But it's one of them conversations.
Facts. So, like with that being said, I guess this kind of like off. Not really completely off topic, but we talked about this before the fact. So like, you know what I'm saying, like what's y'all kind of like views on the whole Kevin Samuels situation as far as, not really, him as a person or whatever, but just kind of like, after the fact, like,
how people be speaking on him?
like, you know what I'm saying, like, once people had found out he passed, of course, you know what I'm saying, they kind of took, like, I'd probably say about 2 days, you know what I'm saying, until it kind of got, like, officially pretty much confirmed or whatever. But just people, you know what I'm saying, like, pretty much bashing him, you know what I'm saying, like, saying he was the type of person, this, that, and the other.
So, like, for me, like, with the, I don't know if y'all seen, like, the pastor situation when it was in church.
Yeah, I seen it.
Whatever. Like, so basically, he was basically saying, like, kind of like bashing him in a sense.
Pretty much letting people control you, that's not.
Yeah. So, it was, like, to me, I feel like that was whack. Because, you know what I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, like, he's not living.
He's still a human.
So, and like I said, he's still a human and he still got a family. So, at the end of the day, like, why put up, you know what I'm saying, like, why do that? Right. Like, he gone, like, bro, you know what I'm saying, like, that's why I say, like, bro, at this point, clout is a hell of a drug. Like, certain niggas do stuff for clout and be like, you know what I'm saying, like, just to come up. But I look at it like, you know what I'm saying, if somebody did that stuff to, you know what I'm saying, y'all, you know what I'm saying, be like, nah, like, I ain't going down with that. Because at the end of the day, like, no, bro, like, it don't matter what he did before. Like, he gone. Right. Like, it's done. It's nothing that he could really be penalized for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's for God to deal with. They don't have nothing for us to, you know what I'm saying, be judged for. Right. Or, you know what I'm saying, or to judge, put it that way. Right. Like, I feel like that's whack. But, like I said, as for Kevin Samuels, I mean, when he did, you know what I'm saying, what he did. Like, he gave his opinion. That's what he made money off of.
Right. Like, and, like, we sitting here giving our opinion, too. So, it's kind of like, you gonna, you know, when we die, you gonna be happy about it. I feel like at the end of the day, he's not Hitler. You know what Hitler did. Hitler did some bad shit. Yeah. And he I feel like he deserved to get whatever backlash he get from it. Yeah. But Kevin Samuels, he just spoke about women, and he might have said some, like I said, I agree, he might have said some things that was kind of like, you know, but
yeah, at the end of the day, he wasn't perfect. Yeah, we not perfect. We all say shit that don't be right.
Think how many conversations that was had behind closed doors. It wasn't on.
Yeah, we throw it off.
Anybody
throw it off about
it. Even women have conversations about me and bash them, whatever case, behind closed doors. It's just not on a podcast, whatever. And once he died, people really just, you know, like I say, I feel like once he died, his life ended. Everything else should end. Like, he can't speak no more. He can't make no podcast no more. So all y'all people who already didn't like him before and was already on the comments saying whatever you had to say about him, it should be dead by then. Like,
it never
you
worked.
Happy about it. You be happy about it within yourself, which is, to me, ultimately, anybody who lives their life is fucked up in a sense. But at the same time, you know, you don't have to go on social media and do a video about you happy about this, you happy about that. Because ultimately, he wasn't out here killing nobody or out here, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't know if he, you know, said something that makes somebody commit suicide or nothing. But at the same time, I feel like ultimately, it shouldn't have been as much backlash as it was. It's not that, it's bigger problems going on besides, you know.
When it comes to humans though, I feel like, you know, that's a natural thing and we don't really realize that, you know what I'm saying, like obviously, like with school and stuff, we've been learned, you know what I'm saying, the difference between opinion and a fact and stuff like that, but it's still like, people don't respect, you know, other people's opinions. I ain't gonna lie, like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, once I kind of came to the understanding, been knowing, you know what I'm saying, the difference, but once I kind of came to understand and realizing like everybody's entitled to their own opinion, regardless of what the subject may be, regardless of how strong I feel about something, at the end of the day is you know what I'm saying, like it's an opinion. Granted, you know what I'm saying, if I know something is pretty much like a fact or whatever, I'm gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, talk to you and tell you why it's there, but overall, if you don't believe it, hey, take it as being my opinion.
And I didn't like watch his videos like every time he had one. I would catch highlights. Yeah, I would catch highlights. So I feel like with just from the outside looking in, it might not be true, whatever case may be, my perception of it. But I feel like he probably helped a lot of women because he like told them like, you know, you want this and that, but you need to be looking for this and this. And he probably changed their mindset to where they can go and look for this and find happiness and find somebody. Yeah. So he wasn't posting the success stories. He just posting what he want to talk about and who he had on his stream.
Because it was like almost enticing in a sense, but the biggest backlash I feel like kind of from that was just kind of like I said, from his aspect, you know what I'm saying, posting kind of how he wanted to do it, but also kind of like, you know what I'm saying, the mannerism or whatever. Because I mean, you know, we could probably all say certain things or, you know what I'm saying, certain videos could have probably been, you know what I'm saying, presented better. He could have said this different or whatever. But then again, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking to myself, you know, okay, I'm like, okay, he's supposedly, you know, like an image counselor or whatever. And then on top of that, you know what you submitting yourself to. People fail to realize that, you know, you literally requesting to be on this man, you know, platform so he could tell you what he. Okay, maybe the first couple
how
of people.
wild he is. Yeah, the first couple
the
of people.
terms and conditions.
The first couple of people, you know, get that exception, but after that, you know what you're coming with.
And literally, like, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the videos speak for themselves. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, have to go like look at the whole process or whatever kind of how it was. After I seen a couple videos, I'm like, okay, I see what it is, you know. And at the end of the day, I'm like, these people must be gaining something from it. They see how he coming at them, you know what I'm saying? How he coming at these other people. Exactly. And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? What you expect? You telling them pretty much about yourself. Mm-hmm. I seen one video, and I done watched, you know what I'm saying, a couple videos. I done watched more than just the highlights, but it wasn't like I was watching every video.
Right.
But I seen one with this woman, you know what I'm saying, pretty much like kind of had her kid in the background and stuff like that. And he was asking her a question or something. And you know, of course, he pretty much be kind of like,
shut that fucking kid up.
Like, you know, not even down there. He was like, you know, man, how old is your kid? Blah, blah, blah. And you know, he asked, I feel like granted, you can't get to know nobody, you know what I'm saying, in that short, like, process or whatever. Mm-hmm. He would be on the call with him for a little minute, 30 minutes, hour, however long. Mm-hmm. But the questions you ask, like, a lot of times I feel like people set themselves up for stuff, but like I say, it's still an opinion at the end of the day. Regardless, you know what I'm saying? I ain't here to make you feel bad, but I understand, like, a lot of people can't think outside of sexuality. I always try to think, you know what I'm saying, both sides, regardless of the biggest, I feel like, you know, when it comes to sexuality, the biggest thing is always, like, body count. When it comes to men and women, or, you know what I'm saying, what kind of, like, put you in the stage of being a hoe, pretty much. Like, for the longest.
I was, it's crazy how, like, back in the day, they'd be like, you first meet somebody.
What's your body count?
What's your body count? You know, that was like a deal breaker damn near. But nowadays, it's damn near like, I'm not keeping track.
And it's still based on your opinion at the end of the day. You know, because it's like, okay, how do I look if I'm a dude and I tell you I got XYZ amount of body and you a female? You can literally tell me the same thing. And this was when I was, you know what I'm saying, like kind of like, I guess you'd say probably high school, dudes would be like, there's no way she that old and, you know what I'm saying, or this young.
You be trying to calculate like,
okay, if I divide it, this ain't simple math, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could have all got them in 1 week.
True.
You know, just saying or whatever. Like I say, to me it don't matter. That really doesn't matter.
I say my thing is stop telling the same old story. You got less than 10 bodies and you ain't had sex in a few months.
Yeah, I'm multiplying.
Stop saying that shit.
You tell me
be
that I'm
real.
multiplying.
We being real with each other, like I said. If you want to just say I don't.
Shit, like J. Cole would say, shit, I gotta multiply by 3.
I be trying to be realistic and listen to, you know what I'm saying, what they be saying, but it's just something that just be in the back of my mind. Sometimes,
you gonna always
based off mannerism.
You gonna up it. You gonna up their body count.
Shit, I had a bitch told me got down 8 in high school. I cut off.
She had 8 bodies in high school?
Cut off.
See, I said I never really cut nobody off off the strength of that.
Never cut nobody out.
Because I be trying, like I said, my heart is not to judge, regardless of what the situation may be.
Because I mean,
I feel was different in high school for me. I was a different person.
I got you. But I feel like most times I know you gonna whoever you talk to, you gonna have more body count than them anyway. So
who am I to judge?
Who am I to judge? What they say. And I feel like I don't know. It's weird because I feel like that person might say I got, let's say 20 bodies, but you only had sex with them one time. That's 20 bodies. That's 20 times you had sex. Well, let's say she was messing with one dude for 10 years. How many times did they have sex? So in the day, she had sex technically more with this dude she been with 10 years than she do body count.
Hey,
so like,
we never think about that though. Never think about that. It's always like how many different dudes.
Yeah, because what we really asking about, like, are we asking because we don't want to come across a dude who had your girl, or asking because we don't want to have so many bodies inside that one thing because we don't want to, so say, be loose or whatever case may be. So what are you really asking for? Is what you gotta get down to.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Once somebody broke that up pretty much just into the aspect of like literally, you know what I'm saying, a female can have a child. So you worry about her like being loose.
That's like old.
Yeah, I'm just saying like that.
That's why they get these 6 weeks though. It's not that bad.
Like shave back. And then they got that what that other stuff is they got now.
What?
Them things in the white bags. See, yo, I'm telling y'all, I done seen it. I think them good be, you know what I'm saying, I think they call Yanni or something.
I thought they sent some vinegar or some shit.
Oh, no, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about them Yoni. You laughing, boy? I thought they were talking about them Yoni things. I think they put them things in some... Look, he made a clown. But yeah, they put them... I think it's almost like a miniature... Hey, as a matter of fact, I know a good example. You know them little firecrackers like... You know the firecrackers they give you when you small, the little white bag, you throw them down, they pop.
Yeah.
So I think they call it yoni or something. And I think them girls put them
To be honest,
Chill out, son.
They put them what?
They put them in some hot, like some boiling water, and let that steam hit they.
what's in this?
And it's supposed to what again?
Tighten them up.
Tighten that cat up.
I done seen it,
I
man.
never heard it.
I
Never
heard
heard
that
it
for
in
real.
my
That's
life.
why I started laughing.
Never heard
Y'all
that.
knew we was getting it.
Never heard that in my life. But hey, if you gotta get how you live, I mean, shit, I don't know. It is what it is.
Fact, man. But yeah, my thing we about to wrap this episode up, man. Unless y'all boy got something else to say, you know what I'm saying?
I'm done, man. I'm good. I feel like I said.
Y'all finished, y'all done.
Hey, I feel like we could wrap it up. Shit, we could just run it
I
back.
seen you in a few places I could have pulled up on, but I feel like that was too gangster.
Man. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping into another episode, man. Till next week, man. Peace.
Boy, I say.
Hey.